Here the Bolsa. Let's see what we can do there. So guys, we are here. This is the Palácio, I think. Yeah guys. Palácio the Bolsa. Bolsa, yeah. There we go. Guys, we are here, Palácio the Bolsa, and I just bought a ticket for half an hour guide with a guide tour. So it's about like 14 euros, and yeah, very soon I will be inside. Like my slot is 6 o'clock, and right now it's like 5:30. So before 5 or 10 minutes, like 10 to 6 or 5 to 6, I will be in a queue and waiting for them, and then we make a video and I'll show you what's inside and is it worth to go or not. And stay tuned guys.
34 that we inaugurated the Commercial Association of Porto. Back then, they did not have a physical space to work. It was after that, later on, that our Queen Mary II in 1842 donated this land for us to build a palace. Not just that, but she also demanded that the courts must exist inside, and this was to solve just commercial conflicts among the commerciants. Well, the truth is that the walls, they tell us histories, these paintings. So in front of you, what you see over there is a representation of the 13th century. We have a king seated on the throne and a queen on the balcony, Don Dinis and Donna Isabella. They are solving commercial conflicts in the Portuguese city of Coimbra, where they would at the time go from city to city, solve commercial conflicts on an open square. Later on your back, this magnificent painting, it describes the 15th century. In this case, we have a judge. There is already a judge, no longer the king, he's someone elected by the people. We are inside doors, and of course, this is the evolution of a commercial court. Then, what you see in front of your eyes, this beautiful room, this is the continuation of the evolution of a commercial court in the city of Porto. This one functioned from 1910 to 1934. 1910 was the year we finished this building, and 1934 was the year that it was an exchange, a change in our Portuguese constitution. From that point on, we were in a dictatorship, and our dictator demanded that all the powers must be unified in one single national court. For that reason, this one was deactivated, and of course, nowadays we still pay honor, bring you here, pay honor to the place, but for the audiences itself, it is no longer active for that. Now, as much as I would love for us to visit all of the visits through, that is not going to happen. So I will kindly ask you to stand up, walk with me as we continue to visit. structure you see right here in the Courtyard of Nations, that is the structure of interior gardens inside the old convents. So we call it claustros in Portuguese for that reason. Now, it is an homonymous, of course, but nowadays we call it Courtyard of Nations because of all the nations we have represented on the ceiling. These are 20 different nations. Among them there is Italy, Brazil, England, France, United States of America, Mexico, Argentina, a lot of Denmark, so a lot of different examples that you can try and find out yours. Very good.
Perfect.
Have you found it?
Let me see. Let me see around if I can find out. I think it's not that way, maybe in this way. So.
Of Gustave Eiffel. Well, the same architect of the Eiffel Tower. He was with us. He is the architect of one of the bridges that connect the city of Porto and Gaia, and it is not the one we see through the window. It's the third one, counting from this point upstream the River Douro. This bridge is called Maria Pia, and it was the first connection of train in the city of Porto. Nowadays it's no longer active because we do not calculate the weight of the current train to do the crossing. So nowadays we can only look at it. It's a piece of museum standing right there for us to look at. Well, it has been replaced by one of the bridges that does the connection by train, but by safety measures, of course, we cannot even walk on this bridge. This is the official visual of the other town. Take a look yourselves and let's go inside the Golden Room this way.
Let's go to the golden room and let's see what's in there. That's exciting. This is really nice. Yeah, there you go, guys. Look at that. Let's know the history. There you go.
On the walls, you also find representations of former presidents of our association. You do not see the representation of our current president, who is ruling. That is because our president issues an artist trade in the wall. In the middle bottom, you find his name written on the floor in this direction, as well as every other president of the association, the commercial association, and for the calculation. 18, 34. Now, the elections of the next presidency for these are the stock exchange power. What? Sorry, can I help you? Do you have a ticket? Show me, please.
Let's go.
The next president to be up for in the next room we will enter right now. And just out of curiosity, there is no time limit to stop being the president. As long as he is voted for example, write the first name on the second board. We have Antonio Callan, who is also the founder of the wine sales Callan, which is right in the river Bronx, Calen. The wine, the fourth wine Callan, he was our president for 30 years in a row, so that's a long time. Let's go inside, General Assembly. Inside this place, you already know that it is here that we vote for the next presidency. We also have here the representation of our core parts of the association. On top, the year we started to build, we started to use this building. Sorry, this room, not this building, this room, which was in 1889. That's the number that says right there. But this room, it's secret. So I'll tell you. From here down is made of wood. Okay? From here up, including the ceiling, it's made of plaster. It's an optical illusion. As we walk to our next room, you will see on the wall this damaged part that essentially shows where the traces have been. So, from this point down is wood. From this point up is plaster. Try it yourselves.
Let's see, guys.
Now we go inside the room where we clean all the kings and queen of Portugal.
So, guys, here we are.
From 1842 to 1910, that's the period we were building, finishing this building. We were also in the morning in Portugal. So of course we pay honor to the last king of Portugal. Queen Mary II. She's the one that painted the rooms of the old convent plus to build the Stock Exchange Palace. Tonight, on her side is her father, Peter IV, known to be Peter I in Brazil. Queen Mary II, she had 12 children. 2 of them are represented in this room. From one side we have Peter V, and he was considered to be a king that made a lot of improvements in the national health care in Portugal. He himself suffered from the disease. He will actually die very young, at 24 years old, leaving the crown to his brother, standing right aside. Louis I, that king, is considered to be the popular king. In fact, the iconic bridge of the city of Porto, Louis I Bridge, is going to be named in honor of this king. His eldest son, standing right there, Carlos I, unfortunately, is going to be murdered by the Republicans in Portugal, in our Portuguese capital in Lisbon, alongside his eldest son, leaving the crown to his youngest son, right here, Manuel II, with just 18 years old. He's going to try his best to find some balance between monarchy and the republic. But it was very dangerous for him to stay in our country, so he exiled himself in England, where he lived then a chill life, and we, in 1910, started the First Republic. Now that we wrapped a little bit of history around us, I now have for you a surprise, the Arabian Saloon. This is the place that is right behind the store. This is a place where in 1957 we received Queen Elizabeth II from England, later on Princess Diana, last year the King of Spain, the President of France. You know what I'm getting with this, right? Today, just for today, the room is all ours to take our pictures. Ready?
Wow, that's perfect.
This way, please.
Excited. There you go, guys.
Welcome to the Arabian Saloon.
Look at this, guys. Amazing. Amazing, isn't it? Look on the back, guys. Wow. This is really, really nice. It's like we are in a golden temple.
The world, but there is something that we probably don't know, is that any of us can rent this room for its private events. It is very common to have weddings here, graduation parties. We even had once a divorce party. Can you imagine? It was something else. This is true. But the truth is, you can also rent the room if you want to do your private event in here. Are you curious about the price?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Are you? Yes? Yeah. Well, it depends, because if you rent from 7 p.m. onwards, so night in for dinner, to have a celebration, a private concert, whatever it is 6,000 euros, 6,500 euros plus taxes, which is 23%. And if you mean to rent the room during the day, at any time of the day, is 25,000 euros plus the taxes,
Perfect.
which is 23%. This is a big gap between the numbers, right? But this is because if you rent the room for the entire day, we stop the visits. So of course that has to be a balance between these two. Because if we don't have the radio salon to show, we don't do visits inside, of course. Any other questions regarding what we saw during the tour? Anything that was not so clear? Please go ahead, make your questions. This is the perfect moment to do so. 3, 2, 1. Time's up for questions. Just kidding. If you have any more questions.
Who was the person who had the divorce party?
I don't know.
I think he was the only person.
That information is not revealed.
Never revealed.
No, I know that it was.
Because he was the only person I think can do this. Obviously.
But that information is not.
That's it, guys. I can just comment with it.
Portugal, of course, credits. So you find to my right side you see industry. To my left side you see agriculture. In front of us, the engine of our mind, we already communicated the facts as we were in the market, as we go to this place. And above our heads we have our culture. Of course, last but not least to mention, we have these two magnificent chandeliers standing right here, belonging young buildings, and house each. They are truly something else. An original pieces are made by a Portuguese artist who was put together in 1868. One of the libraries because his wife are inside. This one can speak Tagalog.
I hope you guys learned something because I was interested, but I was just making videos of the video too. But I will watch later. So guys, I hope you guys learn something and know like what you should do. You should visit here or not. It's all up to you guys. But yeah, that was really interesting. So see you in next video, guys. Thank you.
So much. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.